We couldn't support the deal as it now stands. I live in hope. We'll see what comes out of the weekend. There might be some shift. The other European partners, I think, are trying to help all they possibly can on some of this. So we'll see. But at the moment, no, we couldn't support it.
What will you say to Labour MPs who want to, in their thoughts, put country before party, get on with it, and sign up to her deal because they think that's what their constituents want?
We're putting country before party. We can't allow a deal that goes through that doesn't protect jobs in the economy, does long-term damage. We can't do that. And everyone's in the same boat, I think, as us in terms of the Labour Party. What we can do is I think we can almost guarantee that the prospect of a no deal is taken off the agenda altogether. And we've seen there's no majority in Parliament for a no deal. And I think there's a vast majority to say we will not have a no deal, we'll have a proper deal.
Amber Rudd is right when she says there's no majority.
No, yeah, completely. And I've been testing the water. We've been talking to other political parties as well, obviously, and we're talking to various people across the House. And I think there's a vast majority that says that there's no prospect of a no deal. We won't allow it to happen. We're not going to allow this economy to claw off the cliff edge.
Don't you worry, though, that when you come back and say, we're going to get the better deal, don't worry, you are sounding as unrealistic as the people who put messages about the NHS on the side of the bus.
Not at all.
You have to be the grown-ups and the realists. You have to say, she spent 2.5 years doing this. We're not going to run in at the 11th hour and suddenly get it all.
We're talking about finalising a deal. We're not talking about starting from scratch. We're talking about finalising a deal. That's the first thing. The second thing is, someone's got to bring this country back together again. We think we can do it, and compromises have got to be made. And our European partners know that as well.
Your vision, your whole pledge to be in government is to improve the lives of the poorest people in Britain. Can you see how Brexit will improve the lives of the poorest people in Britain?
I think there's real issues about how the impact already because of the instability.
Yes, I, John McDonnell, can see a way that Brexit will improve the lives for the poorest people in Britain.
I'm saying that we, with our policies, can transform people's lives, and at the same time we'll be able to cope with Brexit and whatever is thrown at us.
Jeremy Corbyn missed a vote that he proposed, an amendment to child poverty. Why?
In the normal way, we were expecting the finance bill to go through with a large majority because the DUP were back in there. We had no indication the DUP weren't back in the Tories.
Come on, that was his amendment and he missed the vote.
Well, in normal ways, he's been speaking at the CBI, at other engagements, and what we normally do is this the pairing arrangement in Parliament, and that happens. And
was he paired?
Well, it was released. That was the normal thing.
It was called pathetic by the SNP. What do you make of a leader who just misses a vote on his own amendment on something that we assume is very close to his heart?
The SNP and others follow exactly the same practice where there will be a number of their members released on a particular night when they're not considering if there's a close vote. No one predicted a close vote that night, but as soon as we did, what do we do the next day? Everyone's here and we wipe the floor with them.
Let's look at your policies then on child poverty. What is your target now? Because your manifesto committed to tackling child poverty with a new strategy. No target.
We seek to eliminate child poverty. That's our target. We're seeking to eliminate child poverty.
Of course, everyone's seeking to eliminate child poverty. But, you look at what New Labour did last time. They cut it from 3 million to 1.6.
That's right.
Where is your target?
And we're going to be, we're more ambitious than that. We want to eliminate child poverty, full stop. At the moment, we've got 4 million children in poverty. 2/3 of them are in families where someone's at work. If we can ensure that people earn a decent wage, that will lift those children out of poverty.
It just seems
then on top of that, we'll ensure we have a social security system that operates as a real safety net and is lifting people out of poverty. Our ambition is that we will end child poverty in this country.
Your 2017 manifesto had a chance to be really radical, and yet it didn't mention any of your targets on that. You've now said you won't reverse Hammond's tax cuts. You won't reverse Osborne's benefits cuts.
Well, you're not reading history correctly.
Correct me then. Are you going to reverse Hammond's tax cuts?
We're going to introduce a new taxation system. What does that do? It means the top 5% will pay more in income tax. We'll reverse a large number of the corporation tax cuts. We'll introduce a financial transaction.
What about the ones you just mentioned in this budget? Will you reverse those?
No, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is have a new taxation system which doesn't target low and middle earners. What we're going to do is make sure the top 5% pay more, but more importantly, the corporations pay their way as well. We tackle tax evasion and tax avoidance. We're much more radical than anything that's gone on.
You'll spend money on tuition fees?
Of course, because what we don't want is our children coming out of university, having done everything asked of them. We're £57,000 there. And then on top of that, let me just add, the tuition fee system is collapsing around our ears at the moment. Any government is going to have to eliminate it because so many people are unable to pay it back. It's imploding already.
You will delight the middle classes by hearing that. You will delight the middle classes who understand...
What about working class kids who go to...
That's exactly my point.
What about
working class
kids who go to university?
Before the age of 2 need to have...
What about those working class kids as well who go to university?
Right.
Who don't get a maintenance grant at the moment, but they will do under Labour, who come out with that level of debt.
At the moment, you are working harder to reassure the middle classes that they're not going to get a Marxist in power. The truth is, you're seen now as a middle-class, London-centric party.
I'm touring around the country every other Saturday, bringing the whole community together to talk about the local economy, to listen to people, say, what do they want? And do you know what they're saying? These are working class people, and people actually of all classes, but mainly working class people. They want a decent job for them and their children. How do they get that? Well, they want some investment in their local area. I've said to Angie Rayner, who's our Shadow Secretary of State for Education, she will be the Nye Bevan of our government. She'll introduce a national education service, free at the point of need, from cradle to grave, in the same way that Nye Bevan introduced the NHS. You tell me what's more radical than that.
I'm getting wrapped up. I'm going to go very quickly because we want to know who John McDonnell is.
Oh, no, you don't know.
We do. Labour, Laura Pidcock, one of your MPs, said she couldn't be friends with a Tory. Could you?
I work with Tories on the basis of cross-party agreements, etc. I'm perfectly civil and I'm perfectly willing to engage in conversation, etc. I'm pleasant in many ways. I can get angry with them as well. I have to show emotion sometimes too. But to be frank, at the moment, with regard to the Conservative Party as it now stands, and for all that they've done to our community, the suffering that they've caused, I can't forgive them.
Could you be friends with a Tory?
No, I can't forgive them for what they've done. I go back to my constituency and I've never seen human suffering like this in all the times I've been an MP and in the 40 years I've lived in my constituency. I can't forgive them for what they've done. The level of poverty, the number of children that can only eat each day because their family are going to food banks, the number of people who sanction no benefit whatsoever, the number of disabled people, and I've had them in my constituency surgery who've attempted suicide as a result of the sanctions regime. I can't forgive them for that.
So in this tribal divided age, are you the right party then to bring people together?
It's being honest with people. It's not about tribalism, it's being honest with people about what this government has done and what the alternative is. And for a large number of people who voted Conservative at the last election, some of them are as angry as me. When did we ever have a UN rapporteur on poverty visit this country and accuse this government of causing destitution? And I think many of those people who voted Conservative at the last election will be angry at what they voted for and what hasn't happened.
You're seen, John McDonnell, as a very hard worker in the party. Theresa May has admitted that she's kept going on whiskey and baked beans. At the end of a hard day, what do you reach for?
I enjoy an Irish. I enjoy an Irish whiskey. Jameson's every now and again, of course. The most important thing for me is the community and family that I'm in. That's why I like going back to every night. That's when we get elected. I won't be going into number 11. I'll be staying at home.
You'll live at home?
Yeah.
In Hayes?
Yeah.
In your 3-bedroom house?
Yeah.
With your garden, your messy garden?
It is a bit. I might be able to keep on top of it.
And you're not going to go anywhere near Downing Street to live?
Well, I'll use it as an office. I won't live there.
Thank you very much, John McDonnell.